Happy New Year, Virgo. This is Summer from Tarot by Summer, and I'm here to do your general reading for the month of January. We made it to 2019. This is exciting stuff. I'm really excited, and I want to thank you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you enjoy the holidays and ringing in the new year. Virgo, I want to go ahead and start getting into your reading, but there's a few things that I want to say first, okay? During this month, there's going to be some planetary activity. And of course, there's planetary activity every month, but there were a few things that really stood out for me with this month, and usually I try to highlight what stands out to me the most, okay? And for this month, Mars moves into Aries on January 1st. There will be an eclipse in Capricorn on January 5th, and there will be an eclipse in Leo January 21st. Okay? And that means three things. One, this is a good month. Now is the time, this month right here, for you to really be, for everyone to really be courageous, to start building up the courage to do the things that you may have been afraid to do or felt apprehensive about, felt insecure, or whatever the case, whatever was holding you back, whatever fear blockage you have. Now is the time to really start breaking through that and move forward into building and developing your leadership abilities, okay, with courage. And number two, this is the perfect time, the perfect month to set some concrete goals and put plans into action to help you achieve those goals, whether it's just for this month or the next few months or for the entire year. January symbolically sets the tone for the entire year, and it can, that's usually how it works if you put plans into action. But planetarily, when it comes to the planets aligning for these energies to take place, this month gives like a special added effect to it. It gives a special feel within, energetically for that to occur. I hope I'm not rambling too much, and I hope I'm making sense here what I'm saying. But it gives a bit extra to the meaning, to the symbolism of January. Okay, so that's something you really, really want to take into consideration as you are moving through this month and as you're planning ahead. Okay, number three, this is the perfect time. Now is the time to start tapping into that energy, trying to align yourself with the energy of showmanship and putting yourself out there in center stage. Do not be afraid of the spotlight this month. Don't shy away from it. Now is the time to really put yourself out there on stage with whatever you do, with whatever you've ever dreamed of doing, or maybe in the process of building, something that you wanted to try and implement and get your name out there, or get your face be seen, get your face shown for something that you wanted to do. This is a good time to do it. Whether any of those signs are in your chart or not, try to connect with that energy. It is for everybody, but especially those people who are have those signs in their chart, heavy in those charts, they'll start feeling these energies, okay? But that's what I'm picking up. One, leadership and courage. Two, goal setting and concrete plan making. Okay? And three, stepping into the spotlight fearlessly, okay? Letting yourself shine. Now, one other thing before we go any further. My dear girlfriend, my best friend, we're more like sisters. We've been best friends, sisters for the past 20 years. We're 20 years deep in our sisterhood. She created an oracle deck called Real Life Oracle, and I'm so very proud of her. She came up with this brand new oracle deck, okay, and it just came out in December, a couple of weeks ago. And I'm showcasing these in the, this deck in the reading. This is my first time actually using the deck in the reading, so you guys get to kind of preview and see me work with these cards. These cards are about really tapping into topics that readers may shy away from, and people who come for readings, clients, may not really want to discuss. So it's, many of these topics that are in the Real Life Oracle deck are things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis that are kind of taboo or touchy to talk about. So it gives the opportunity to open up those doors to discuss these things, okay? So we'll see how it works out within the reading, all right, Virgo? Now, let's go ahead and get you started. I said a prayer and I meditated over your reading. I laid the foundation of the spread to get the energy flowing and to better connect with you. Okay, and I used 3 different decks because I'm starting to really dig the mix here of the different decks with the different components of the reading, okay? Lay the cards face down. I'm not ready to see what is hidden at this moment. The hidden energies, I'm not ready to see them yet. Okay? This is the general portion of your reading. Okay? This over here, to my left, this line here represents your relationship. Your relationships. It can be love or family, friendship, so forth. Over here on my right hand side, this is your career and finances. For the general section, you have the 5 of Pentacles in the upright position. Knight of Pentacles in the upright position. The Moon card in the upright position. Over here in the love section, you have the 5 of Pentacles again in the upright position. The Magician in the upright position. 8 of Swords in the upright position. Career and finances, you have the King of Wands, upright position. Ace of Swords in the upright position. And the 9 of Wands in the upright position, okay? Just glancing at your reading and getting a feel of the energy here. During this month and prior to this month, it's been sort of building up. There's like a mixed energy of, you've been going through some ups and downs. So it's like the energy is kind of like up and down. It's sort of mixed. You've been going through some, you have been, and you will be, it will really start coming to surface in January. The feeling of ups and downs, like being like in your head. Your thoughts, your worries will be sort of up and down, up and down, up and down. With some anxiety, maybe some depression as well. And this is like a general feeling that I'm getting. The energy is kind of heavy here within your reading. And I actually did a spread prior to this. Okay, I did a reading prior to this, but I didn't upload it because I felt like the energy was just way too heavy for a general reading. And before we go any further, I'm going to say this up front. This is a general reading, a very general reading. Thousands of people will be watching the videos. They may not comment. They won't comment, in fact. However, they will be watching. So we're picking up the energy of the collective of subscribers and viewers. Okay? So it is very, very general, and I have to say this to try and minimize some of the nasty emails that I get from people who, get upset because I don't have their stories right. And I don't know these people. I've never done readings for them. I can only connect one-on-one with people that I do readings for. Personal readings are always better. So please, please, please keep that in mind as we move forward through this reading. It's going to resonate with some, but it's not going to resonate with all, okay? If it doesn't fit, please don't make it fit, all right? Within the general portion of your reading, and it's giving like the same energy as the other video. I didn't post the first video I made. I wanted to give it a chance and kind of see if the energy would change up a bit. And it did to a certain degree. It did to a certain degree. But the energy is sort of consistent. So it's probably some things that really need to be addressed. Okay. You will be going through something. Many of you will be going through something where you feel abandoned, where you feel left out in the cold, you feel rejected. You feel like rejected by family members or an organization, or maybe a religious organization like a church, or whatever your faith, whatever your belief system is, maybe even a spiritual based belief system, but you feel you feel left out. You may feel left out by a lover. You feel abandoned. You feel left. A lover, a spouse, some sort of organization, family. You feel, neglected, rejected. Some of you are going through some issues, some financial hardship issues. Somebody may have even, you may even risk losing your home, or risk, losing shelter. That may be something that somebody's going through. The story's going to mean different things for different people. We have so many different people watching with so many different stories, so many different life experiences. So please, apply it to however it fits into your life. But there's a feeling of hopelessness here. It's like many of you seek a new home. Many of you are, literally seeking a new home. You need shelter. Some of you are seeking acceptance. Wanting acceptance, wanting to feel whole again, like a person again. And it may be you, some of you, it may just be you, or this may be something that you want for you and your children, or you and your family. You don't want to be left out in the cold. You don't want to be rejected. You want to feel a part of. You want people to understand, and some of you, somebody needs help. You need help. You don't just want it, but you need it. You need like someone to lift you up. It can be financially, it can be, spiritually. Somebody may even be sick, going through some sort of ailment. and you need to be uplifted. Maybe you need to seek help at a doctor, get some medical care. Change your diet, change your eating habits, incorporate some healthier foods in your eating, maybe some natural supplements as well. And take your time healing if you're having some medical issues, because the pentacles are about, something of value. Something that brings monetary value, and your health can be one of them. And this is actually your energy. You're coming out, in the reading, in your energy. And right next to it is the Knight of Pentacles. And it's showing here with the Knight of Pentacles, you get you'll have a moment where you can kind of lift yourself up. Here you're walking in the snow, in the cold, it's snowing. You're walking, you don't have a car, anything. And I'm not saying that you don't have a car. Then again, maybe somebody doesn't have a car and they need transportation. That can be it. But, I'm figuratively speaking, walking, being on foot takes longer than, getting to your destination than having transportation. Transportation is a bit faster to get you up and symbolically get you up and moving faster. Okay, now with the Knight of Pentacles here, there's movement, there's planning, there's a destination that's in sight that you're moving towards, but it's slower. It's slow progression. And it's good though, it's stable, whatever it is that you have planned or you will need to plan is something that will take a while. It'll take a long time. It's not something that'll just come overnight, Whatever this healing process or this mending process is, I'm feeling that is something that you will really start seeing the results. For some of you, if this is like something monetary or even health related, somebody will start really seeing results from maybe within 6 months, okay? Within 6 to probably 9 months, moving on over into the fall. And this is what I'm feeling with this, okay? If you don't have a plan yet, now is the time. Like I was saying with the earth energy, your Capricorn sister, your earth sister, your earth sign sister Capricorn, now is the time to start trying to, tap into that energy. All right. Write out your plans and goals. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is moving toward the moon, and this is a major event, major arcana. This is something major happening. And with the moon card, there's something that you're moving towards that's not quite clear, that's kind of cloudy or shaky or mysterious. You're moving in a direction that it's not like a clear path. And that is for some of you. Some of you need to make whatever path this is clear so that you won't go in a direction where you're just kind of aimless. You're just kind of going with the flow. You want to be very, very, very clear about which way you're going and what those plans are to get there. Okay? So some of you, this is about clarity. You need to get clarity, focus on which way you need to go, where this Knight of Pentacles is actually headed. Now, for others of you, where you're headed may not be such a good place. Okay, so you really want to think about it. Think about what's good for you. Set your intention so that you can move towards whatever your highest good is. If you're not sure what your highest good is, what your purpose is to get you to this destination, what is the purpose on the other side of this destination that you need to travel through? Be very, very clear about it, and make sure you try to get as many of the facts about a situation as possible. Because like this is a very heavy energy, and this kind of shows me that there may be some kind of danger ahead. The unknown. The moon is about mysteries. It's about secrets. It can also be about depression and mental illness. It can also be about dreams. You know, for some of you, this is you following your dream. Following your dream. We're going to clarify some of these things and see how it works out for you guys. But it's kind of a heavy energy, but it's okay. It's okay, because this is the perfect month to really, before you like truly go any further, to sort these things out. I know that some of you are kind of feeling cloudy in your head. You're kind of just moving through, moving through this time. But you want to clear your head and get really focused. So this is like the perfect time to do that before we go any further, before we even leave January. So I think you'll be fine though. We'll kind of dig a little deeper to see this. Pick your head up. Pick your head up. If you're depressed about something, or you're going through some mental issues, some issues with your emotions, your mind, maybe seek some therapy, seek some help for that. Maybe get something for your anxiety to help you through your hardship, whatever the hardship means for you. Maybe talk about some of the things for those of you who have abandonment issues. Maybe you may want to talk to someone about them, get it out in the open and deal with them. You don't want to keep hiding from them or running from them, literally running, walking away from them, running from them. Now is the time you have to try and face these things the best way you can, as best as possible. And sometimes when we share these things and talk to other people can shed light and see things that we're not able to see, and maybe even have resources that we don't know about. It's not good to keep everything inside, Virgo. Some of these things we have to share so that we can learn. We can learn from other people's experiences, other people's resources, other people's, viewpoints and experiences, All right. Now over here in your relationship section, the energy mimics this one. Is the same. It's the same, feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned. You feel neglected and hurt, or ostracized, maybe kicked out of something, some sort of organization. Somebody's been kind of excommunicated from some kind of organization and they need to move on. For some of you, this is church, spiritual based religions, organized or spiritual based religions, okay? Family issues as well. It can't even be work. It just depends on what this means for you. And it's like the energy is spilling over here into the relationship sections, because whatever this is that's going on here, if the two are actually matching, then the issues are dealing with a relationship or relationships you've had with people. Now over here with the Five of Pentacles, some of you will be following someone who's magnetic, someone who's really good at creating illusions with magic, okay? And this is deep, creating illusions with magic, kind of controlling, you know, the magician is here. And it sort of has the devil card feel to it. But in this case, and this is what I'm feeling, the magician is not necessarily a bad person, but someone who thinks they're doing good, or someone who, you know, maybe has good intentions, who initially comes across as someone who has good intentions. But then there's a manipulative side to them, because they do have a power to influence you in some way. And it kind of throws you off. It kind of, you know, the magician in the upright position is definitely a positive card. In the reverse position, it's like it's really doing trickery, manipulation, conning someone, playing mind games with them, playing games, casting illusions. But because it's between the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, it's got you feeling some sort of way. Feeling left out, abandoned, maybe even put in a financial situation where you have financial difficulties, and it's got you caught in your head. You don't know, you know, some of you don't know what to do. You feel like you're going around and around in circles, walking around and around and around, freely walking, not aimlessly, not knowing which way to go, but you can actually walk through the swords. You know, this trapped, imprisoned feeling, for the most part, is in your head. This particular magician looks like it looks a little manipulative. Looks like this person is trying to Svengali someone, hypnotize someone. Pardon me. This is not like a good feel over here. Either someone is doing this to you, Virgo, or you're doing this to someone else. You're making someone else feel like, you know, they can't do without you. They can't succeed without you. They can't eat without you. They can't prosper without you. It's like someone is messing with the things that bring you value, family, monetary things, because they know what pushes your buttons. They know, you know, your nature. Very, you know, a lot of times Virgos, the earth signs, period. Monetary things, earthly things, practical things of life. Your very foundation of your existence is very important for you. And if that's off, then oftentimes you guys are off. Not to say you're crazy, but it really throws you off balance. And Virgos are going to be worrying a lot. Virgos worry a lot. Most Virgos do. So you're in your head. You're in your head. If these two are pertaining to the same thing, relationship, then you're trying to figure out whether or not you should, put your coins, start gathering your coins, put your ducks in a row and leave, but you're not sure which way to go. You're not sure which, what's going to be on the other side if you get there. So it keeps you feeling trapped. And this is fear, like low confidence. Your esteem is broken down. But will you make a move if this is not healthy? Now, for some of you, others of you, this is your moment to start believing in yourself to get out of a situation that's not healthy. You have to start believing that you have more power than you give yourself credit for, more personal power than you give yourself credit for. Because some of you are really, really hard on yourself. And you don't believe that you have the power. You don't believe that you have all of the resources around you to manifest what you want. But you do have it, and it's showing that you have it. You just have to tap into it. You've got to come out of your head. You got to pick your head up. Start believing in yourself more. Start working on your confidence level. And this is a good month to do that, so that you can change your circumstances. And it does start with the mind. You have to envision it first. You got to see this first. You got to see your worth in your mind's eye for it to manifest outward. You got to see yourself. You got to see it up here first, so that you can project and create what you want. You can cast that energy out. Don't settle for something that's not healthy for you in a relationship. If you're in some sort of relationship, and this is relationship, it doesn't matter what it is. Family, friendship, your spouse, significant other. If you're single and you're coming out of something like this, do not go back to it. Work through whatever this is. If you're single and it kind of left you feeling this way, don't go back to it. Keep moving forward. And if you're doing this to the other person, you really, 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 any of this, if this is something that you're doing to someone else, you really, really, really want to examine your actions and think about maybe the possible consequences that this action can bring if you're breaking someone else down like this. I'm talking about the relationship part. You don't want to put your loved ones, drag your loved ones into or through a situation that's not healthy, because it's not just affecting you, but it affects others around you. You being off balance throws everyone else in the same tailspin. Okay. Over here in the career and finances, King of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. See, at the end, it's like up and down energy, up and down, up and down, up and down. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And the end of each line brings about, it's like a fear that you are projecting outward because you think that this is what's going to happen at the end. You feel like you have to defend yourself here. King of Wands. King of Wands is this fire sign energy, this air, Aries and Leo energy that I'm talking about for January. Leadership, creativity, your spirit, your raw fiery passion. Some of you have Aries and Leo in your chart, or you have the influence of these fire signs around you. Okay. Many of you are entrepreneurs, sole proprietors in a very small business, or you're trying to really get it off the ground. You're trying to use your tools and your charisma and your expertise to manifest this, bring it about, really grow it this month and this year. Okay, this is good. This is good. Some of you are managers. Some of you have leadership roles within your company, within your organization, with whatever your occupation is. And some of you are definitely entrepreneurs, and you're doing very well. You surpass being a sole proprietor at something. Some of you have people that you delegate tasks to within your business, and this is a good energy. This is a very good energy here. I like it. I like the King of Wands here. And right next to it is a brand new beginning. But the Ace of Swords, the aces are always about something brand new coming in. And with this Ace of Swords coming in, for some of you, this is a moment of victory. Okay, this is a blessing of an opportunity to be victorious at building your business, whatever this means for you. For some of you, this is light coming in. It is an aha moment, an epiphany moment, a moment where a bright idea comes in for you to do something else, or light being shown on a situation that you need to see, something that you may have been praying for, wishing for, will come through so that you can see it and deal with it. Now, is this Ace of Wands shedding light on a situation that may cause some sort of fight or battle? Because the Nine of Wands is about battle. Being battle weary, protective, overprotective, fearful, fear of loss, needing to protect your job, your business, whatever it is you do for within your career, your business. Is there something you need to protect? Is there something that you need to see the truth about? Because the swords are about truth. The swords are mental. Are you learning something that's going to put you on the defensive about whatever organization or business it is that you're running? It's going to make you, need to fight for this? Is somebody doing something to you to maybe even sabotage your business? Is this self-sabotage and you need to protect this? Let's start clarifying some of these cards. I'm going to start with the real life oracle. Spirit, why is the moon card here? Can you tell us a little bit more about the moon card? Why is the moon card here? Tell us a little bit more about the moon card. The moon card, the child came out. And then there's a woman, there's a child, there's a woman. Interesting. There's death. Give me one more for the moon card. Message. One more. Death message. Okay. Enjoy. Okay, Virgo. With the moon card, I'm going to show you what I got. And I'm reading very, very, very intuitively. This clarifies the moon card. Okay? You have child. That's the first card that came out. It's a little girl. And then there's a woman next to the little girl. And then there's a death card. Message. Message in a bottle. And joy. Many of you need to go through whatever transformation this is and shake off this feeling. Whether your feeling of abandonment, being left out, whether it's in your mind or it's real, okay? Abandonment, poverty, whatever your situation is that you need to pull yourself up out of. You know, get transportation, pick yourself out of. You know, like you know, you have to sometimes, when you're knocked down, okay, you gotta crawl before you walk. I don't have any crawl cards, but you ever hear the old adage or the old saying, you gotta crawl before you can walk, and then you have to walk before you run? I don't have those cards that really do that, but I think you kind of get what I'm saying. You know, the 5 is also about change. So you've got to start working on improving whatever the situation means to you, so that you can literally pick yourself up and move forward. Okay? You have to do that. And start facing yourself, facing your shadow self, facing yourself in the mirror, facing what held you back in the first time, in the first place, being honest about it, being honest, being real, being transparent about whatever it is that happened and whatever part you may have played in what happened, so that you won't be a victim. You will become empowered and start your transformation process. Start transforming, because this is also victimhood, victim mentality. Walking around, woe is me, I'm a victim. Somebody did something to me. Somebody's always doing something to me. Okay? You got to transform yourself from that innocent child, okay? Innocent child, maybe somebody helpless, somebody, who can't fend for themselves or feel like they can't fend for themselves. Someone who feels small, like a victim, helpless, hopeless. Grow up. Shed this little girl and grow up into this woman. Okay? This represents a child, and this is definitely a woman. Most of these people that I'm talking to right now, and within this line at least, this is a woman. This is some sort of issue with a woman. Death. Transformation. You've got to proactively make this transformation. Okay, this is transformation. Death is always a transformation. Learn from the message that you received, the messages that you received from spirit, or messages that you receive from whatever the situation is. Take heed to it. Learn from it. Learn from the messages. Learn from the signs that you get. Heed the messages. And some of you this may be something that you can use, something in paper, maybe even some sort of contract that comes your way, comes from out of nowhere, to help you out of this situation, so that you can start bringing joy back into your life. And you can come out of this depression, out of this anxiety, and out of this darkness. Some of you, this is a prescription for meds that you may need to take through a depressive time in your life with anxiety or something. Like a prescription for a bottle of something that you need to take. So that you can start feeling better, feeling more vibrant, more balanced. You can start feeling like your old self again. Some of you need a little help. You need something to help you through depression. But you got to kind of grow up and be honest about some stuff here. Be open to your transformation, open to what's hidden, open to change, open to doing your part, so that you don't self-sabotage and say, oh no, I don't want to go forward because whatever this is over here is probably scary. It's going to be a failure. This is scary. What if I fail? You can come out of this pessimism. But this is what this is about. This is what what you have to do to help you through whatever this process is. And it's going to mean different things for different people, but it's good. This is good though, because it's a learning experience. This is the time to do this. January 5th, Capricorn. January, dead of winter. 5, January 5th. Beginning of the year, transformations taking place. It's snowing. I hope it doesn't snow for January 5th. Lord have mercy, I'm not ready for snow. But anyway, you got to start shedding some of this stuff. Old beliefs you have about yourself that are self-sabotaging for some of you, you know. For some of you, okay, you got to pick your family up and move forward. Be ready, be ready, willing, and able to make some sort of changes, transformation, no matter how scary it might be. Learn from whatever messages you get through your transformational stage, whatever messages you receive, maybe from spirit, your higher self, God, or what you learn, period. Kind of check back, look at your notes, take some notes during this time so you can bring some joy into your life. You know, it's time. Okay, that's what I'm getting with the general part. Now, let's look over here at the Eight of Swords. I want to use my tarot card deck for the Eight of Swords. Spirit, why is the Eight of Swords here? Tell us more about the Eight of Swords. The Empress is pointing towards the past. Give me one more for the Eight of Swords. Magician card. You're dwelling on what used to be, or you will be dwelling on what used to be and feeling like you can't manifest something. There was a time in your life where, and this is pointed toward the past, okay? There was a time in your life, this is what you got. You got the Empress pointing toward the past and the Magician card right here. Magician card came out twice face up. And this is clarifying the Eight of Swords. It's like you're dwelling on what you created. Some of you are dwelling on what you built in a family. You're dwelling on maybe a child, pregnancy. And you want to create magic. Some of you want to rekindle some love in your life, or recreate a stronger, happier family. Recreate a time where you were most prosperous financially in your family. A time where there was more togetherness, where there wasn't so much suffering. There was peace, prosperity, joy, fulfillment. With the Empress, abundance, love, all of the things that make you feel really good. But something changed, and here it creates a lot of anxiety because you want this back, but you're caught in your head. Some of you may be caught in your head. It's you're stuck in the past, stuck in the old ways, stuck looking at a situation, maybe looking at the current situation, being hard on yourself, kind of beating yourself up, as somebody's playing mind games on you. For some of you, this is you doing this to yourself. Not if the Empress card was here in the upright position, then I would say You're trying to work out a plan to rekindle something, to get things back to, to where you want to go moving forward, what you want to create, maybe even have more children, or just, prosperity, family, add addition to a family, whatever this means. And create it, because then you have 2 creative cards here, and you may be working out a plan, but going around and around with it. Maybe trying to get your spouse or your significant other, or if you're single, this may be something that you're trying to work on. Work on creating, adding addition to the family or whatever, doing something, changing your circumstances within family or within a friendship, relationship, partnership, whatever it means to you. But it's pointing toward the past, so it's like you're stuck in the past. You can't see what's right in front of you, or what can be, what the possibilities are, because you're stuck in your head. You're analyzing too much. Some of you are too analytical. You're analyzing too hard. Some of you are analyzing too hard. And it's like analysis paralysis. Because you're analyzing, you can't move. You're paralyzed. You're stuck. Now, for some of you, this is for some of you, somebody is doing something to manipulate you mentally. Somebody's doing something, trickery again, trying to manipulate. Coming off as good, positive energy. But somebody may be playing mind games on you, doing something to manipulate you, doing something to keep your head in the cloud, keep you stuck in the past, looking, visiting the past about how things used to be and what you used to have. Keep you dwelling on what you used to have, so that you can't concentrate on the now and moving forward. Because all of this is in your head energy here. And what needs to take place to bring joy back into your life. And it's kind of the same here. But you, like I said, you have the power. Virgo, you have the power to change this all. You have the power to change this as well. You have more power than you believe you have. More personal power. This has something to do with like a love relationship. Maybe you have a spouse or a significant other who's very manipulative. Maybe a spouse or a significant other, or someone who was in your life who you would have liked to create something with, but perhaps, just perhaps, that spouse or significant other, you had some hardship and you couldn't really produce what it is you wanted to produce for family, It just didn't really, something's not getting off the ground. But maybe both of you kind of have to put your heads together and get creative, For some of you, this is in a relationship or a partnership. You got to kind of put your heads together, and both of you use your own magic. Both of you kind of, use your resources, and maybe put your resources together to figure out how you can get out of this. Because this is 2 people in this particular deck, this particular card, that are caught inside their head in the 8 of Swords. So this might be both of you needing to work together, come up with solutions, creative solutions, use your resources, your skill to get you out of a situation. Maybe you have to revert back to the past to see how you got out of something before so that you can move forward. You may have to revisit the past to look at, how did we do this before? We got into this situation before. We almost lost everything. Somebody almost lost a lot of stuff. Some of you did lose everything. Some of you, and it caused a lot of change. Some of you almost lost, You have to kind of look back and say, if we can tap into what it is we built, how we built what we built in the first place, and just kind of recreate the same action, recreate the same things, and maybe tweak some things to do it better, we can pull ourselves together and get out of this, to create, to do something, That's what somebody's saying. And you have the Nine of Wands. I'm going to use my Lenormand cards on the Nine of Wands. Spirit, why is the Nine of Wands here? Gifts with the flowers. Bear. Growing big business. Okay. You might be stressed out because you're working hard to grow big business. You got flowers, you got bear. Big business, big finances. You have opportunities coming to build big business and finances. But you got to get out of your own way. You're going to have to loosen up. Many of you, you got to loosen up. Build big business, succeed well in business, or within your organization, whatever it means to you. And then you got the Sun card right here at the end. Sun card right here, see? And all of the cards are ending. All three cards in the three different sections are ending the same way. The story is repeating itself. Virgo, use this time. You got flowers, you got bear, you have the sun. But here, you're worrying, you're frightened, you're defensive. And if you could get out of this mindset, kind of loosen up a bit, then these things can happen. Gifts, abundance, success. Same thing here. Gifts, abundance, success. Creating your own magic, using the law of attraction. And it ends the same here with joy. Ace of Swords. You're going to have to loosen up. The Queen of Swords, I meant. You have the Knave of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles again. Slow movement. Progressive movement. Putting your plans into action. But it's going to be fulfilling. The Queen of Swords, the truth, some truth is coming out. You will be seeking truth. She's kind of defensive. She's gonna cut out anything that she's gonna cut out BS, and you gotta cut through the BS and get to the bottom of things here. But you also need to relax, trying to come out of your head. And you got the Nine of Swords over here, see? It's the same thing. Nine of Swords. A lot of fear, fear. Gotta, kind of get yourself together. Do what you need to do to get yourself together, Virgo. You're very intelligent folks. Spirit, what additional messages do you have for Virgo for the month of January? What additional messages do you have for Virgo? You can do it, Virgo. You can come up out of this. Nine of Swords. That's the hidden energy. You're riddled with fear. Kind of try to loosen up and enjoy life a little bit. Don't be, don't be rigid. Don't be so rigid. Some of you think that others are out to get you, but they're not. It's self-sabotage. This is self-sabotage for some of you. Some of you may have others after you, and you got goals. Go for it. With the Capricorn energy, set a goal, write it down, release the outcome. Small steps make a big difference. Here you go. And you got Knight of Pentacles twice. Right here on the bottom, see? Goal setting, planning. There you go. It's consistent. These are the answers. You can do it. You can do it, Virgo. Okay. Some of you do have others that you need to watch out for that can be manipulative, but for the most part, really work on building you. Work on being the best that you can be. Work on healing. So quite a few you need some healing. Pardon me. But you have to work on you. You got to develop, your courage. Develop your leadership skills. Develop yourself. And don't be afraid to get out there on stage. And some of you, I feel like some of you may be watching this video and be like, I'm not getting out there on stage. I'm not ready. You may not feel confident enough to really put yourself out there like that. And if this is not something you can't do this month, then set a goal for next month. Or the month after. Because quite a few of you are going to be introvert this month. You're not coming out there. You don't give a damn what the stars and the moon planetary activity says. Some of you, you're going to stay right there and kind of go with the energy and try to get through it. And somehow you're going to be moving slow. But slow movement is better than no movement. Okay? As long as you move, if you're in the crawling phase or you're just starting to walk again, then do it at your own pace. If you're not in tune with that energy and you're just not feeling it. But you'll be fine, Virgo. Virgo, I believe you will. If you like a personal reading, definitely contact me and we can, we can do the reading for you. The personal readings are always better. They just cover so much of what's really going on with you, okay? And not the masses. contact me. My link is right below this video, okay? And for those of you who would like your own real life oracle deck, send me an email and I can show you how to get a deck for yourself, okay? All right, Virgo, take care for now. I will be back in the middle of the month for like a mid-month checkup and see how you're doing, okay? Love you guys. Bye for now.